Hey guys, breakfast Sonance here, back with another video. So in this video, we're gonna make a tech house remix, like the big tech house artist Joshwa did in these tracks.
They treat me really nicely. They buy me all these ice. I'm so inside me.
So first we need to find ourselves a classic R&B vocal. So let's head over to Spotify, search for a playlist from either the 90s or the zeros, and then just search for a dope track to flip. So in this video we'll be flipping this classic Timberland song. So I just dropped in the acapella in FL Studio and sped it up to 127 BPM. The sample we'll be working with. So it sounds like this.
I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the eye.
So we're gonna sample this part, only the first two bars of the song.
I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the eye.
So I already made some changes. I cut up the vocal just a little bit to make it more unique. For example with a stutter at the end.
Dead in the I'm the type.
And then for the last two bars I made a quick build up with it. Just loop it
Dead in the
and repeat it. So now we're gonna mix it. I just want to make it bigger to make it fill up some more space. So first of all I got rid of the low end.
I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the
Then I added a lot of reverb.
I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the
And quite a lot of delay.
I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the
So that's it for the vocal. Now we're gonna make a quick build up with it. So just some snare rolls and ambient sounds. We're gonna keep it really minimal, just like Joshwa does in his tracks. So I just dropped in a few effects. Just some simple ambient stuff. With a downlifter, an uplifter, and this snare loop. Just to create some more ambience around it. But the vocal is really the main star of this part of the track, of the build up. So altogether the build up sounds like this.
I'm the type of girl and look you dead in the
So now we're gonna work on the tech house drums. So they're really groovy and they're kind of glitchy. So the new underground tech house pack will fit that style perfectly. So let's open it up. First we're gonna find some chord drums. The pack consists of a few chord drum loops, so you can really kickstart your workflow. We'll be using this kick, fit it to the tempo as well, and then drop in the top loop. I really like the snare in this one, so let's drop it in. It will fit the style perfectly of this track. So together they sound like this. Now we're gonna add a glitch loop from the pack from one of the construction kits. So we got quite a few kits in the sample pack with those random top loops. So we'll be using this one. Fit it to the tempo as well. And make sure to put it in the right key. So we're gonna pitch this one down 4 semitones, because the original loop is in C minor. So altogether, the foundation of the drums sound like this. It sounds really dope already, but I think the open head is lacking a little bit, so we're gonna layer it. So I just dropped in this head sample and the offbeat, giving a bit more power to the drum loop. So now we're gonna add some more groove to it by cutting up a drum loop. We have this one. So what we did is just cut out the groove elements between the open head and clap, as you can see. So altogether the drums sound like this. We got the drums ready, so now we're gonna dive into the bassline. I got a serum loaded up. So let's pick a preset from the pack. We'll be using this one. So let's make the melody with it. We are working in G sharp, so let's start off on the root notes. Starting with 2 fast notes. Just something like this. Then tweak it just a little bit, without the 7th note in the second part. Duplicate it, and then go back to the 7th at the last part of the bar. Just like this. So now we're gonna mix it. First we're gonna add the distortion. It really brings out the bass. It's a bit too much in the high end, so we're gonna dip it. And of course a big sidechain. So together with a kick, it sounds like this. So that's it for the bass. Now we're gonna dive into synth elements. So I loaded up an empty serum. So let's make a preset from the pack. We'll be using this plug sound for the first part. So I just want a steady synth shot at every 2 bars. So placed in the right key, something like this. Now we're gonna mix it. So I want to have it really white. That's why I added a stereo enhancer to it. Of course the low cut to make room for the bass line. And a reverb. And delay. Of course a small sidechain as well. Besides that, we're gonna automate the macro to let it open up. This will add some more energy to the track. We're gonna open it up during the drop. So now we're gonna dive in the second bass shot. So let's make a preset from the pack. We'll be using this kinda acid bass. So let's create a melody. And then up to the dissonant. Giving this kind of feel. We're gonna place it right here. Duplicate it. And the second one gonna be without the dissonance. Just like this. So now we're gonna mix it. First get rid of the low end. And push it to the sides quite a bit. And then of course the sidechain. So then there's only one synth left to add. I got this LFO lead. With a ring modulation. Which gives a really dope effect, so just drop in a steady note. Like this. And it will sit really nice in the back end of a track, so I dropped it in the second part of the first part of the drop. So altogether, the bass and synth elements sound like this. So we almost finished the track, we only need to arrange it. We got all the elements ready, so just duplicate it. And besides that, I added the vocal to the second part of the drop as well.
I'm the type of girl. I'm the type of girl.
Just some small cuts to keep it interesting, to play around with the vocal. And besides that, I added this right loop to it as well, to build up the drums a little bit more. Just nice from the back end. And let's make a crash fill as well, just real quick, for the transition. So we're just gonna add four fast crashes. And then the big one, so sounds like this. So that's it for the Joshwa style remix. I think it turned out really dope. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Besides that, if you liked the video, please drop a like. We're going to listen to the final result right now. And I'll see y'all in the next videos.
I'm the type of girl that look you dead in the eye.